So, it's funny. You talk about personalization, and all of us for the past 25 years, 30 years, every company out there is claiming that we've got personalization. We'll do one-to-one marketing. And then you get the automated emails from them that say, "Dear open bracket, close bracket," because they forgot to put the name in. And it used to be like,
Uh,
that was state of the art, right? Having your name on the email being sent out to you, right? And what we're saying is the email that's being sent out to you shouldn't just say, "Dear Brian." It should say, "Dear Brian, here are the cars we know you're going to be most interested in," right? And here's why we know you're going to be most interested in them. So listen, this just becomes at some point you become kind of a black belt in using data, and systems like QoreAI make that happen automatically. And what I mean by that is, we mentioned the economic cohorts. So that's the unimaginative name we at Equifax have given our affordability cohorts, right? So we have 71 segments. And what it is, though, is the first thing it looks at is your affordability level, right? And meaning your income. So what's the income of somebody in this segment? But then it layers in all the marketing kind of, I call it gobbledygook, but it's valid, right? Which is, hey, how likely they to be married? How likely they to have children? Do they go skiing? Do they like to be first on the block with the new thing, or are they laggards, right? All the marketing stuff we've all been raised on. But the first thing it does is it looks at your affordability. So let's just say now leads are coming in. And actually, let me take one step back. The other thing that happens then is that the entire database can be appended with what that economic cohort is. So now imagine this. We take a look at the last year of your sales, and we say, hey, you are doing unbelievably well with the J53s that I mentioned earlier, right? J53s are, young urban achievers. Call them that. That's whatever the segment is that we call it, right? They make on average $178,000 a year. Only 22% of them are married. No, or have children, excuse me. And then here's all their psychographic information, right? But now when somebody who comes in labeled as or appended as a J53 on the lead as it comes in real time, you can do that, right? We got to offer the J53 these vehicles because most of the time this is what they end up buying. And people think, well, so what's your algorithm? There's no algorithm. This is where the value of your first party data comes into play. Is we're just going to take a look at the data that's sitting there fallow in your data set, and a system like Core is going to put its AI brain on it and say, listen, when this guy Sean shows up, he's a J53. They're 5 times more likely to buy this type of car than this. So let's make sure we throw that in the mix. It's nothing more complicated than doing that. It's just that you need a giant brain that can do it all automatically for you on the fly. And that's what something like QoreAI can do.